AITA because I met my biological father without my parents' consent? I am not Oop. Oop is you, Donderson. They posted in r, am I the asshole? Your daily fun fact to prevent spoilers on some mobile devices. You, Riot44 requested shoebill storks. They are actually more closely related to the pelican families than storks. They have the third longest beak in the world, and the edges are extremely sharp. This allows them to eat many different and dangerous things, including baby crocodiles. Trigger warning. Infidelity. Less than. Mood spoiler. Things are okay with Oop. Less than. Original post. January 17, 2023. I recently turned 18, giving me the legal right of being able to get in contact with my father for sperm donors. I was conceived through a sperm donation and have known this for most of my life. I have known since the age of 13 that I was going to want to have a go at making a relationship with my father, biological. However, my parents have always been against this. They have given reasons which are valid points, such as that my father may not want to meet me, and I could ruin his life in some ways. Despite their unsupportiveness, I went and did it anyway and found him on Facebook. Of course, I was thinking that anything could happen, but he was one of the nicest people I ever met and proved to me further how much I want a good relationship with him. To cut a long story short, we decided on a place and time to meet each other, and we did. I was able to be brought back to his house and I met his family of his wife, kids and brother. He had a sister that I didn't get to meet on that occasion. Upon returning to my home, my parents had sat at the dining table and were waiting for me in silence in an extremely intimidating manner. They asked the usual, "Where've you been?" and "What time do you call this?" Something was fishy from the start, and my suspicions were proved to be correct when my dad said he knew where I had been. This continued for a few weeks, where I would spend time with him, and I even introduced him to my girlfriend and her dog as the only people that really supported me through this. My parents' behavior has become increasingly aggressive towards myself and people close to us. It is really making me question my doing here. Was I an asshole? Relevant comments. How did you find him? Sperm donors are assigned numbers. His name was on my birth certificate, so I found him through that way. Was there some sort of arrangement? If his name is on the birth certificate, then technically he is the legal parent. In terms of arrangements, I am not really sure why he was on the birth certificate. It's possible that he was in something like that, which would explain why he was happy that I reached out to him. Oop is voted NTA. Update. Same post. January 18, 2023. Update on the situation. So as I mentioned as a reply to a comment, this man was on my birth certificate, and I was told by you guys to sit them down and have a conversation with them all. So I did. After my mother returned home from work, I gathered everyone into the lounge, bio dad on Zoom, and asked why he was on my birth certificate. So here is the story. Bio dad met mother 5 years before I was born and had a relationship going on for that entire time. However, I feel like I should have mentioned this before, but my parents now have been together for just over 30 years. You do the math. That means my mother was having an affair. But in the time that they had been seeing each other, my mother became pregnant with me. My non-bio dad is actually infertile, something I didn't know about till now. So when he found out my mother was pregnant, he reacted in a different way. He was happy for her. She said she didn't want a divorce but was willing to keep the baby with him. He said yes, as they had been trying to have a child for about 11.5 years at the time, with zero luck. So the reason why bio dad was named in the birth certificate was because they had an arrangement together that he would be present at birth without my dad being there, so he would be named on the certificate. And at 18 I would be encouraged to meet him and told this story. In return, he would tell no one about them and would give monthly payments, as well as staying far away from her forever. He upheld his end, but she didn't do the same, which disappointed my bio dad, but made him very glad that I had contacted him. So now, long story short, if any of you couldn't be bothered to read that, mother had affair, parents kept me, bio dad on certificate get to meet me at 18 and I would be told the story. I in no way will be disowning my current father. He has been the figure that I had needed in my life so many times that I just couldn't even if I wanted to. I will continue to see my bio dad and will keep you updated on the progress if you guys want to be. Edit 2. So basically the entire sperm donor thing just happened to be the first thing they thought of at the time, and they just let me believe their lie. It was pretty stupid of OP's parents have the bio father there and put on the birth certificate. Was it for child support? Would seem scummy to me if that was the case. The buried passing comment that the bio father had been paying child support even though his parents did not keep up the bargain is quite telling. I really don't understand how the parents thought this was going to go. Lying about the heritage of your child to that child has never, ever ended well. Bio mom is trash, tried to eat her cake and have it too. Oh wow. Weird story with holes in it even after update. Unfaithful spouse's hot beverage. Is this blackmail? I mean, he is OP's father, but the way they set it up seems scummy to me. Does he have to pay child support when OP's mother was already in a relationship and the relationship was going to continue? Can someone clarify? I feel like OP just glossed over that the parents knew where they were going every time. I feel like OP has trackers on their phone. Oh gosh. OP's cheating mother lied to them and their bio dad. What a shock. Who could have predicted this behavior? Such a scummy thing to put the father on birth certificate to pay child support. Absolute scum, and they wouldn't allow OP to meet him and become hostile towards their child. OP's mom is a scumbag. Putting bio dad on beer TV certificate was pretty stupid idea for many reasons. If the mother had died, the non-bio dad would have lost all rights as a parent. Parents lying to their kids. I don't think I'll ever understand. I feel bad for current dad. My nibbling has been going through a phase. She always knew about her bio dad and knows her stepdad is a stepdad. He's an entirely different race. And she recently hit him with, "You're not my real dad. My actual dad is dead, and he's gutted. He's the only dad she's ever had and known. He's not punishing her, but he is extremely hurt." That said, why the hell did they make that lie? Why is he on the birth certificate? Their reason makes absolutely no sense. Lol, this whole thing sounds like massive gaslighting that OP is not aware of yet, but WTF do I know? So basically the entire sperm donor thing just happened to be the first thing they thought of at the time, and they just let me believe their lie. It was technically the truth, just not the whole truth. Honestly, I think you got the whole truth at probably the right age. Though it's a shame they made you force it out of them. So glad the laws in Australia for IVF or the kid gets the donor's names at 18. This situation is so simple. Happens in nature all the time. Good on OP for connecting with his real father. Lol, so not actually a sperm donor. Amazing how a day after meeting your bio dad you find out why he's your bio dad. These people are living a truly blessed life to be so fortunate.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.